Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video has been a long time coming. I started my Disneyland in May 2023 and it is now February 2024, but it's still not finished. But I just couldn't wait any longer to show you guys. So we are going to do the tour today. I still have a lot more ideas I want to put into this Disney, but I'll tell you guys about those later. So this Disneyland is actually made up of 2 plots. So I had to make an alt account, buy all of the BLOXBURG game passes so that I could build properly, just so that I could have 2 plots together at the same time, because one plot just was not enough. So here we are. This is the entrance of my Disneyland. There is actually no car parking though, because it would have wasted a lot of space and I would rather use that space on rides and, you know, more fun things. So you're just gonna have to park your car on the road. But this is what you see when you first enter Disneyland. We have a statue of Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse and a cute little flower bed. But I went through so many designs with this whole entrance. Like, this whole entrance used to start over there, so the whole part of this plot was completely different. And then eventually, after about 4 or 5 redesigns, I moved it to here, and I'm very happy I did because I think it looks a lot better now. So actually going into Disneyland, so one thing that I haven't yet added to Disney is a massive sign right here to show you that you're going into Fantasyland, because I realized that all of the rides on this build are like fantasy. So I think in the future it'll be a fun idea to maybe have an animal kingdom. So over here, this is actually going to be a map of the whole of Disneyland. It's going to be like a bird's eye view of the whole park. So once you enter Disneyland, you have 2 ways to go, and first I'm going to go to the right. I have actually posted this on my Instagram a few weeks ago, so if you haven't already seen that, then make sure you go follow my Instagram. But yes, this is the outside of Cafe Flore. I'm really glad I added this in because it's definitely given Paris vibes, and this whole build is inspired by Disneyland Paris. So yeah, this inside only took me about 2 days because I love building it so much that I couldn't get away from it. I just wanted to keep adding on, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. I really love the color scheme. I think pink and green was definitely the vibe, but honestly this was so expensive with all the custom foods, but I think that just makes it look so much more realistic. There is very minimal amounts inside the kitchen though, because I needed to save plot data. So yeah, this is all the inside tables, and when you go up these stairs and up the elevator, we actually have a balcony for more seating so that you can overview the whole of Disneyland. Anyway, exiting Cafe Flore, when you go to your left, then you'll see Remy inviting you into his restaurant. Here we have it. It is also inspired by Paris, and this was actually one of the first things I added to Disney, but I'm still yet to do the interior. But honestly, I'm not sure what to do with the interior yet, so if you guys have ideas, then definitely let me know because I would love to hear them. Okay, and then if we go past Remy, you can see the massive lake in the middle of the whole of Disneyland and a little peak of the castle there. But anyway, if we keep on walking forward, if you guys saw on my Instagram, then you would have seen this like cookie cake cart. Wow, that's a tongue twister. It was originally there, but I had a space here, so I thought it'd be kind of cute for it to have like its own little space, I guess. And once you keep on walking forwards, this is the entrance to Alice in Wonderland's maze. I had so much fun building this. So once you come in, you actually see a book from the Alice in Wonderland book. It has like the front cover and then the first page, but it's not actually the first page. So obviously, because it's BLOXBURG, you can just cheat on this maze, but that takes the fun out of it. So even though I made this maze, we're gonna try do it. Okay, I think we had to start this way. So as you go around, I've added in like little things like this. Okay, I'm gonna keep walking around this way. Oh, there's another one. Oh yeah, and a mushroom. I'm getting really lost. I don't actually know what way to go now. There's another clock. Honestly, these are everywhere. Oh yeah, this is my card thing. I don't even know what this is, but it's just like cards that go over your head. I thought that was kind of cool. I think it's this way. Oh no, maybe it's this way actually. So this was also inspired by Pinterest. I'll put up some pictures. So it's kind of like a chessboard, and honestly I had so much fun making these chess pieces. It's just a bunch of resized basic shapes, but the horses kind of look a little bit funky, but especially from the front, but it's the best I could do. So now we have to make our way out of this maze. Okay, I'm out. So if you go left, and here we have Minnies Bow Boutique. Obviously it's heavily pink because that's Minnie. This is the most recent thing that I've added to Disney, and it is pretty similar vibe to Cafe Flore, but I think I like that because it's all kind of cohesive. So we have some shoes here, we have some purses, just some regular clothes, and then some sunglasses, and then some smaller purses, and then we have the changing rooms here. This is supposed to be like a curtain, even though it's transparent, and we've got some coat hangers on the floor just because, and this is where you check out. out, even though this is absolutely massive. And yes, we have some hats here. So yeah, that is Minnie Mouse's Bow Boutique. Okay, so once you exit Minnie's Bow Boutique, you come around the corner and you will see Snow White's Enchanted Wish. This is basically to follow the theme of fantasy. And if you come in here, it's like a little cute garden, and in the middle there is a wishing well, and Snow White is stood right there, which is kind of creepy, so I might get rid of that. So yeah, it's just a cute little garden with a wishing well in the middle. So you might be thinking that this whole area looks a bit plain. So this is actually where I'm gonna have my sign for Animal Kingdom, and then I'm gonna have another plot here with a bunch of rides for Animal Kingdom, which is so exciting. Anyway, let's continue with Fantasyland. So once you walk past Alice's maze, you will start to see a ride. So this is Ariels Ride. So this is heavily inspired by the real life ride, especially the whole entrance. So as I said, I need to make a decal for this, but honestly this decal kind of like works really well. So this is where you obviously queue for the ride. I'm gonna make this decal into like an Ariel statue, but that's just there for now. So yes, this is where you queue. You have to walk all the way around here. This is where you get onto the ride. So because there's no roller coasters in BLOXBURG, I'm going to use golf carts for a lot of the rides so that the instructor can be the one driving and everyone else can be just sat in the golf cart. By the way guys, the build for this plot is 6,500. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys around the ride. So this is pretty hard to drive around because it's so like confined spaces. So hopefully you guys can actually see what is going on in the ride. So you know at the start of the film where Ariel and her sisters are just, you know, being normal life. So that is what I've recreated in here. Just pictures of her and her sisters. There she is. And I put fish and bubbles and jellyfish everywhere. And I had to skip a few scenes. But next we're going into the part where Ariel sees the shipwreck. Again, skipping a few scenes. This is where we see Ursula taking Ariel's voice, which isn't exactly how it happened in the movie, but this is kind of how it worked best for the ride. And then I also added some crystals around so it kind of looked like a cave, I guess, and also some potions here. So yes, that is really all we see of Ursula though. And once you come around here, this, oh my god, this is the first scene where Ariel can't speak, but she also has legs. And I made this tree and I kind of wanted this tree to look like the cherry blossom one, so I made it out of vines and structurals, and then I made it go all the way across this wall. And then this is just a little moon here if you couldn't tell. And then once we go around the corner, this is the last scene of the ride, and it is where Ariel and Prince Eric get married. Again, this is heavily inspired by the real life ride. So yeah, okay, well, might have to fix that. So once you come out of the Ariel ride, you'll kind of see a little bridge here, and it goes over the lake, and there's some sprinklers here as you walk over. And this is actually Rapunzel's little town, and we have her tower right here. So I added the lanterns all around her tower, and I added more of these butterfly boxes. I've built this like 3 times because I kept changing around where I wanted it to be, and one time I built it just for fun. So I feel like I'm a pro at Rapunzel's tower now. So yeah, this is just a little town that she walks around with Flynn Rider, and then Rapunzel's going to be stood right here ready to meet people and take pictures. And once you're done meeting Rapunzel, you can walk back over the bridge, and this is where the main event starts. So I'm actually going to make it nighttime so that you can see it better. So there is a tree in the middle of the walkway, which I can't get rid of because it's part of like the BLOXBURG map, which is very annoying, but we'll just have to live with that. So this is where the 2 plots connect. I just used carpets and resized them. So this is what I started in May. So this is a Disney merch store. I think you guys might have seen this before, but I've made some changes to it. We have this guy selling balloons, which I quite often see at like theme parks and things, so I thought that was cool to add in. And once you come around here, this is a lemonade stand, which is inspired by French roses. So yeah, just a little cute lemonade stand. And once you come around here, we have another guy selling cotton candy. Honestly, these people are so helpful. Like, I'm so glad I had these in my inventory. And once you come around here, these are the bathrooms. This is the ladies and this is the men's. This is Mickey Mouse's Ferris wheel. So again, this is where you queue up and you have to go all the way around here. And I'm so happy I added in these little lights. Even though it cost me loads of BLOXBURGs, it really does add to the whole effect. So this actually took me so long to do. Even though it doesn't move, it still looks cool. I think the highest I made it that you can go is like this one. So this is the highest you can go, but I think it still gives you a really good view of the whole of Disney. And again, this is also inspired by a real life Disney ride. So yes, that is Mickey Mouse's Ferris wheel. It's a bit uneven here, but don't look at that. And coming out of here we have the main event, which is the castle. I'm gonna put up some progress pictures of what it looked like as I was building this. I have shown you guys this before on my YouTube, but I'm not sure if I showed you the fireworks display, so I'm gonna show you guys that today. So yeah, this is obviously the first thing I built for Disneyland, because if I couldn't build this, then there was no point in making Disney. So to actually get up, you just have to climb over all these hills, and the back of this actually is so bad. And all these lanterns are for like, well, I was supposed to like lift them off, but then I realized you could only do 3 at once, so that didn't really work. So this plot actually costs 1 million, which is that one over there. And this plot here costs 2.1 million, and it's still not done. So overall, it's going to be about 3.2 million. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.